talking, and I'm going to give it to you, my friend.
Thanks, Coach. Thanks for having me. Good morning, Equis. I'm honored to be here with you. You know, I've got a lot. I've got a lot I could say. First of all, I'm just very honored to, in all of these things that are going on, have a voice that's standing up, that's pushing forward, and have a leader like Barry that I have no core, jumping in a foxhole with and going to battle. The leadership here is been make or break for me in my life. I mean, Eric Bowling, my direct mentor when I came in, told me first thing first. The first thing I need to be good at is developing a skill set of communication and being able to make a phone call. And boy, was that true, and now more than ever. So thank you, Eric. Right when this started happening, right whenever your human nature wanted to contract, Jared is on the call with his leadership team, charging. So thank you guys. I certainly didn't make any of this up. I'm just a good, try to be the best student I can be, and try to apply, everything that's being taught. But right now I've got a fire under my butt like I've never had before. Everything is lining up. Like right now, I've got an opportunity. You have an opportunity that we may not have too much from now. We've never had it before. We can legally meet with and do underwriting, field underwriting over a call just like this with almost zero overhead expense, no travel cost. Okay, so that's what an amazing opportunity. Okay, well, let's add in, well, hey, what if the government were to lock down, if you bought leads and the government were to come in and lock down all of your leads and say, hey, they can't leave home, right? Well, that's the situation that we're in. And what if they were to pump them full of fear every day of a virus that if they do leave home, they're going to die? I'm not saying to use this as a fear tactic at all. That's not how we operate, but let's just be real. This is everybody's favorite thing to procrastinate about, and it just moved up. It's inching closer to the top of their list, and we're the ones that can take care of them in this moment of uncertainty, and make sure on the worst day of their life that their family's taken care of. Right now I'm going to be working around the clock. I've prepared for this week like I've never prepared for anything in my life, to work around the clock to make sure we can access and get to as many people as we can, that have not been exposed, because these insurance companies, they can't just close their doors. They're not like Disney World. This is government regulated. Typically, they make changes to their underwriting once per year, and the state has to sign off on that. Somehow, they came up with a way, I guess, to make a quick change now. We just got emails about 7 companies came out and said, hey, they added this question to the questionnaire. Have you been exposed to the virus or self-quarantine? That means now we can't take care of those people, but we can still take care of everyone else. And we've got to be in a race for this. I feel like, you've taken the oath. If you're contracted here, to leave your problems at your house and go out and take care of these families, they need us. We're on the front lines of this. But I think a lot is going to happen. I think a lot of people might start changing the way they think about things, and maybe it's time to step up and take responsibility for my family's future. So many people have been living under this false sense of security, having a job. Well, who knows what's going to happen? What if a virus, it's almost like a joke. A virus happens in China, and now you're out of work. A lot of people are going to start, making that change. So what a great time for us to be able to come in and show people that there's a better way. Guys, listen, I was reluctant on all of this. I know that I can make a phone call and pull up to somebody's house, figure out what they need help with, and help them with it. And look, I get a lot has changed. It was uncomfortable. Last week I made a decision to, heck or high water, I'm going to make this work. I'm going to figure out a way to make this thing work. Okay. And hey, first aid, I got numbers, real numbers. Okay. Here's what I was wondering, and we'll get into this on Wednesday, more specifics, but I was wondering if the numbers would be the same, and we don't know. I encourage everyone to track. If you're doing webinars, please help me track the numbers. I want to know the data by the end of May, what the conversion rate is, because we know what everything is before. But this week, Barry, it was the same. I made 30 dials. I printed 14 A leads. I made 30 dials, talked to 13 people, booked 13 appointments. Okay. And in regular life, half of those appointments should be annual premium, right? And the annual premium should be about $1,000 per application. Well, go figure. 8 applications off of 13 appointments for $7,600 of premium. So far the numbers are the same. I don't know if they're going to be. Right now, we just need to make a charge here. But I just want to encourage everyone to change your perspective like I had to do. Change your perspective. If you're brand new, good. I'm brand new at doing this. We have the opportunity right now to condense time. Why? All of our clients are at home. We have the ability to reach out to them. There's a lot of people here, on the call right now that, probably won't take action right yet. There's a lot of people that are waiting for someone to show up and show you exactly how this thing works. Meanwhile, the warriors are charging. I don't know how long people are going to be stuck at home. What if they're already back at work by the time you figure this thing out? I encourage you to just make a charge. Don't overcomplicate things. Just figure out if it's important to the people. If it's important to them, say, look, I'll do whatever I can to help you, but spend more time with them. That's one thing that I'm doing. My appointments are lasting, longer than my normal appointments do, because I'm protecting myself against persistency problems later down the road. So I'm really do a good job tying this down. I'm spending more time, building rapport with clients. This is just off my, trial run from last week. But I encourage you to do that. One thing that I think is an absolute game changer is being able, like, you can see me right here. This is all you can see. Okay. For all you know, I've got a trifold whiteboard on the other side of my computer screen with every script and every reminder, that I need. You can't walk inside someone's home with that. If you get nervous and if you're brand new and you get nervous, you get to that point, you're like, well, I don't know what to say. You can just hit this button, pause your video, just say, hey guys, really just a second. Pause your video for a second and say, whew, and gather your thoughts together and then keep going with them. You can't do that in an appointment. This is opening the doors to a lot of things that, you can access and give you resources to do. But at the end of the day, you have to make a decision. We have to decide. I have zero hesitance with our business model to jump on an airplane, typically fly across the country, go on a run for 3 days, which means I've got airfare, hotels, rental cars, lead costs, food, travel expenses. Okay. I'm in Seattle, Washington or somewhere for 3 days. Well, I've got to make over $2,000 before I even break even. And I'm okay with that. I'm comfortable doing that because I know how profitable our business model is. And I've always profited off of a run. So those that are hesitant to do this, like, why are you hesitant? You can push a button and it's over. You don't even have to drive to the next person's house. You don't have that extra weight, of that investment on your back. Just make a phone call, see who this is important to, and go. You can record yourself and make changes as you go and look at yourself and be like, well, man, no wonder. Look how nervous I looked. It's just full force, take action. You've got to really guard yourself, though. Like, I'm guarding myself. All of this stuff in my face, I can't control any of that. All I can control, I don't know the toll today. What the numbers are for the virus today. What numbers I know? I know my numbers. I know what my goal is, and I know where I am from how far I am from that goal, and I know what I've got to do this week to catch up or make up for it. You know, focus on what you can control. There's a lot of fear going on, a fear going across the country. And hey, I have fear too. My biggest fear right now is the feeling that it would feel like if I don't do everything that I can to take advantage of this opportunity in front of us, however long this is going to last. If I don't do everything, the feeling of regret that I'm going to have if I don't do this, man. Like, I've never had an opportunity like this. I've never had a shot like this. I've always wanted this. You know, I got on the elevator this morning, and my office building is a complete ghost town. There's no one here. But I get on the office, you know, get on the elevator, and they always lay all the different newspapers out for free that you can grab whenever you're coming up. Front page, Americans prepare for the worst week ever. That's what they're saying. I'm not going to have my worst week ever. I believe I'm going to have the most profitable week I've ever had in my life this week. The CDC saying is the next 2 weeks will be equivalent to Pearl Harbor. Not me, man. Not me. It's going to be more like storming the beaches of Normandy. You've got to make a decision if you're a warrior or a warrior. Like, are you going to sit around and worry about this stuff, or are you going to go to war? Thank God we've got wartime leaders. I know it's uncomfortable. You think Steve Jobs was comfortable, you know, building Apple? What about Equis Financial? What about when Bill and Rob, VPs of our company, whenever they started this company, man, they didn't have infinite capital stream to create leads for us. They had to go out with their pen and go out and write enough, leave their family and go write enough business on their backs, go write $50,000, $60,000 a month of personal business to be able to fund a lead department to where us agents could have somewhere safe to go work and buy leads for half the cost that they cost to create. You know, you think that was comfortable? No, it should be uncomfortable. Now's the time to attack. You know, and thank God we've got wartime leaders that we can follow and buy into, that are going to tell us the truth. I'm fired up. I want to see, you know, what I'm capable of. I want to see, you know, can I sit here and work around the clock with no overhead and completely take advantage of this? Like someone said, you're going to pay the price either way. Absolutely. You're going to pay the price of discipline, or you're going to pay the price of regret. I don't want to feel like the regret, what regret's going to feel like if I don't do everything. I don't even care if I win. You know, there's no finish line. So there is no real winning or losing. It's who lasts. You know, this is an infinite game. You might have beat me, you know, in a lot of different areas. I'm not good at a lot of stuff, you know, but when it comes to wartime, dude, I'm going to charge. And I might not accomplish much of anything this week, but I'll be able to look myself in the mirror and know that I did everything that I could have to get it. So I just want to encourage you to, you know, put your blinders on, pick up as many leads as you can get, and get on the phone, see who this is important to. There's a lot of people worried. You have the ability to take that and help them protect their family. You know, don't take that lightly. So you decide, are you a worrier or are you a warrior? That's all I got, Barry.